All right. What's good, y'all? It's your boy, your host, Don Bucks. You know what day it is. It's Financial Bar Sunday. You dig? And I'm waiting for a couple people to tap in on IG. You watching this on YouTube, feel free to go follow me on Instagram. Follow the platform on Instagram, rapping_dough. Whereas though you can ask me interactive questions while I'm live, while I'm recording this. But yeah, welcome everybody. Now, oh man, first on the list, like these financial pundits is still dissing Robinhood traders. I'm about tired of that shit. It's already bad enough that we've been left out of the loop as far as how to invest in the stock market anyway. When people finally get some information, decide to move out on it because now we know, now all of a sudden y'all feel some type of way because, people are uneducated, yes, some of them, because we don't know nothing about it, you dig? So how did you learn? You learned by making mistakes too. So that's what messed me up about those financial pundits. Like, if anything, you should be encouraging these people. You should be throwing some more extra teaching points in your programs instead of dissing us. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't like about it. So that's what's going on. That's what, like, one of the things that they keep playing with on CNBC and all these other news channels in regards to finances and business, right? Because I'm on it. I'm tapped in. And that's how they be coming. And I'm about tired of that shit. So I'm just here to tell you, keep investing, man. You're being talked about. And what I mean, you are being talked about because most new investors, I prefer they start with Robinhood because it's way more simpler. The functionality is less confusing and complicated. So I recommend people use Robinhood. Of course, yes, evolve into other platforms once you get your knowledge. Your knowledge becomes better, or whatever, you know what you're doing a little bit more. Yeah, get you a TD Ameritrade. There's a couple other ones out there, but that's the one I use, TD Ameritrade. But keep investing, man. You obviously doing something. You're making a man. Now, another thing that's going on in the market, well, not necessarily in the market, but in the world, they saying that there's more coronavirus cases that's spiking again. And I personally know one person. I ain't see him in about 2 weeks, but I know somebody that had COVID. They just got over it. So the shit is real. But what that's doing to the stock market is being that stimulus, and we know what stimulus does, right? Because I explained that last episode. Stimulus does in regards to how the government look at it. They know that most of the Americans are consumers. You dig? We always spending money. We find ways to spend money. So what they know, that when they give you stimulus money, what you're going to do with it. And what that does is, when you spend the money, which they know you're going to do, that boosts the economy, that boosts businesses' revenue, that the overall economy becomes better when people are spending money. And being that people are out of jobs and, all these businesses are closed, they know that we need stimulus. So the more the corona cases rise, the more businesses are going to be closed, the more reason for stimulus. So when, in regards to the market, when the market sees that there's a greater possibility of stimulus, it gets excited. That's that good sentiment I was talking about last week. You dig? See how that shit, everything comes together? So that's that good sentiment that the market is looking for. And the more, it's crazy because it's a catch-22. You got a lot of corona cases, which means the vaccine, like, everything plays into each other. That's how economics works. You're like, okay, more coronaviruses, that means that more people staying home. That means more people need stimulus. Government saying, look, we need to, no matter what side we on, Republican or Democrat, we need to put stimulus in the market. Now, the bad part about that is that both sides know that we need the stimulus, is that the Republicans are in office, right? And the Congress have to vote. Both sides of the Congress have to vote on bills getting passed. So what the Democrats know is that going into this election, which is days away, that if Trump gets a bill that's passable, that's going to be good for his re-election. So that's why they both know that we all need stimulus, right? That's why they're dragging their feet with the decision, because they don't want Trump to look good by passing more stimulus. That's why they were saying that they was looking to possibly hold off on the stimulus until after the election, basically after we decide who's going to be president. They don't want the stimulus to be the deciding factor of who's going to be president, because if Trump gives people more money, people are going to be more apt to vote for him. And we don't, consensus, a lot of people don't want that shit, you feel me? So Democrats don't want to help them pass this bill. They don't want to agree on the bill right now because it'll make Trump look good, basically. But talks of it, talks of stimulus is boosting the economy, because the more stimulus we get, the better the economy. You dig? So they playing politics, man. They playing politics with the stimulus money, knowing all these people hurting out here. But just know, we get stimulus, that's good for the economy, and it's good for businesses. And if you're an investor, that means it's good for us. You dig? So, another point that they was making, according to history, after the past 9 elections, that's over the past 36 years, that after the election, the stock market and the economy has went on a rally or a run-up. And, the stock market, like I said before, the stock market is designed to go up. Even though there's hiccups on the way up, it's designed to go that way. So, with the recent pullback we had in March was indicative that on the way up, stuff does come down. But tuning into this platform, you're going to learn how to play either side, whether it's going up or down, you're going to profit. Just a little sneak peek. Stay posted, stay tuned for the ebook and options trading course combo coming down the pike. I think I'm gonna call it the sauce. I might call it the recipe. I'm dancing on a few topics. I think I might call it the recipe. Not sure, but I think I'm narrowing down that John. I'm gonna call it the recipe. You feel me? Because it's basically everything that I used, all my ingredients that I used to run up an extra 10,000 in about 3 months. So 3 months of the pandemic, mind you. So that's what I think about calling it the recipe. Because everything I did, everything I put in my pot, and they'll continue to use to run up that bag. So that's coming down the pipe. Now, let's get into some plays. Now I got a couple plays of things that I'm looking at. I'm looking at Square and I'm looking at Netflix. Now, why I'm looking at Square is because of how the digitization of money has started to take place. But it's always been in the background, but this coronavirus and the pandemic done pushed a lot of technology, pushed a lot of habits, pushed a lot of consumer behavior forward into swiping. We sending money through Cash App. like the coronavirus, the pandemic sped all that up. Like it was already here, but now it's like what everybody's doing right now. You dig? So I like Square. They own Cash App, right? And they recently just, I think they invested 50 million in Bitcoin. 50 million in Bitcoin. Square just invested 50 million in Bitcoin, and as y'all know, like I said, they own Square. And there's been an increase in Bitcoin purchasing, Bitcoin trading over the past several months, and they see the push forward in this digitization of cryptocurrency. Everything is online, everything is digital. And what is cryptocurrency? Digital currency that allows you to purchase things in different countries with one currency. One currency. And this is what they've been trying to do for the longest. They push it for a one world currency, one world order, the Internet of Things. They connecting everything to the internet. Everything is going to be connected to the internet. Like I said before, your refrigerator is going to be connected to the internet. Your microwave, your stove, everything is going to be connected to the internet. Everything is going to be connected. Okay? So, if everything is connected over the internet, that's the World Wide Web, right? So, if a country doesn't accept dollars, how are you going to pay for something? Right? Underdeveloped countries. So, once Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies become more of a household name, more of a staple, just like the dollar is, I mean, that's what we're going to be using. So Square just invested 50 million in Bitcoin. So that's why I like them. They're looking into the future, so that means it's major upside to that company. Like I said, Square, if you ain't swiping, you sending money through Cash App, or you're going to be buying stuff with Bitcoin. So I like Square. I also like Netflix. You already know about Netflix. Like even before the pandemic, it was Netflix and chill. These becoming really a household name. Netflix and chill, right? Excuse me. But as y'all can see, that a lot of people want to watch what they want to watch when they want to watch it. Like the cable, what they call it cord clipping. Cord clipping been going on for the past 5-6 years. And this pandemic ain't do nothing but speed up that process even more so. So they done picked up, I mean, I believe it's around 20 million new subscribers over the past 6 months or 5 months. Don't quote me on that. Oh, and right before I get into my next segment, of course I gotta give my disclaimer, right? I know I gotta give my disclaimer. So, Square bought 50 million in Bitcoin. Netflix, everybody's staying home. Everybody's watching Netflix, right? They're picking up more and more subscribers. Plus, they got first to the market momentum. Like, who was before Netflix was streaming movies? Nobody was before Netflix. So Netflix have a first to the market advantage in regards to that. But what you want to keep in mind, because they have earnings seasons coming up, what you want to keep in mind is that they done ran up 95% in a year. Now, investors look for 10 to 25% on the investment. This joint ran up 95% along with several other technology companies, all due to COVID. Like, they was going to be running up something heavy anyway, but they ran up 95% in 1 year. Yeah. So, last year, basically, what I'm saying is they was $273 last year. Now, they're at $533, right? But what's interesting is they just got another price target increase that's between $570 to $670. So that means going forward, it's going to be more and more Netflix, more and more streaming. You dig? Oh, but I didn't give my disclaimer. I'm gonna give it now. Don Bucks is not a financial advisor. Don Books is not a fiduciary. Don Books is not a money manager. Understand what I'm saying? Everything I'm saying is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You dig? So, if you was to take advantage of any of these suggestions that I put forth this evening, I'm not responsible for your wins or your losses. So, by watching this video, you are agreeing to this disclaimer. You dig? So, now I hope y'all wrote all this stuff down. If not, you can rewatch it on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube at Rap and Dough. And my YouTube people, if you found some value in this video and you think people need to hear it, feel free to share it. Definitely subscribe. Hit the like button. That being said, it's your host Don Bucks, and I'll see y'all next week.